It's time to get you in the know. Air quality, wildfire smoke, that is the topic of conversation. Look at this remarkable overhead satellite imagery just showing the magnitude of that smoke in Western Canada and where it's ending up. Many are dealing with the impacts of these forest fires. Now we can head to New Brunswick, where some hazy skies seen here on one of the last days of July. In the Greater Toronto area, we've seen that smoke in the mix as well. But even in our neighboring country, we've seen some Canadian wildfire smoke make quite the impact on the final day of July. My goodness. And it's really the big story, as now the air quality worsening, spreading to various parts of the country. We know we have that blaze on Vancouver Island, and Nanaimo certainly dealing with a thick layer of haze there. And more northern parts of BC, wildfire activity picking up here. We're going to unpack it all here as we welcome meteorologist Kevin MacKay. I'm Matt Hamel. Kevin, wildfires and, of course, the air quality implications are a big story here.
Yeah, and usually BC gets so much of the blame. Well, that's not the case so far this season. No hiding the source of the majority of this smoke. You see it coming out in pulses from northern Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Now, most of it over the next couple of days is actually going to be pushed northward into the territories, all thanks to that ridging that's going to develop over the central U.S. Now, let's look at some of the stats to see how we're progressing in terms of what we'd normally be seeing by this time of year. Well, by the time we get to early August, we should be approaching about 4,000 individual fires across the country. Now, this isn't the best way to gauge it, because I think it's more quality than quantity when it comes to the impacts of the fires. So far this season, we're actually about 10% below normal, while the area burned is well above double what we'd normally see by the beginning of August. Now, over the last decade, yes, 2023 certainly stands out, but this is only the second time in the last 10 years where we've been significantly above normal by this time in the season. Now, this is really being skewed by those two provinces, Saskatchewan and Manitoba, really throwing the rest of the provinces on their backs, and we got this. If you're wanting more areas to burn, I don't think many people do. Now, to put this into perspective, if you take all these national fires and put them into one fire, how big of an area would this burn? Well, if you're in the GTA, think of from Niagara to Long Point to Muskoka, Prince Edward County into Meaford. If you're in Atlantic Canada, basically all of southern New Brunswick, PEI, parts of Nova Scotia, and if you're out west, have a look at Alberta. If you centered it over Calgary, from Red Deer to Claresholm, over the Banff, even out to the Badlands. Imagine every square kilometer in that circle being charred. And that just shows you how big of a country we really have when you can lose that much forest and it's not even really noticeable other than the smoke. So in terms of any relief on the horizon, well, with a couple lows developing, we're going to be watching a low Monday into Tuesday develop in Montana going north through Saskatchewan. That's going to be the best bet to get impactful rain into northern Saskatchewan. Hopefully it doesn't come accompanied with any major storms, and that's exactly where we need the rain the most over the last 30 days. The northern prairies, as well as Atlantic Canada, incredibly dry. You certainly don't need the rain in southern Alberta. You've gotten almost too much of a good thing over the last 30 days. I hope at least you can enjoy the benefits from that.